Hello, dear listeners, and welcome back to Book Summary 5, the 5-minute summary channel. I'm Sammy, your host. Today, we're diving into Team of Rivals, The Political Genius of Abraham Lincoln by Doris Kearns Goodwin, published in 2005. This remarkable biography explores how Abraham Lincoln's extraordinary leadership and political acumen allowed him to unite a divided country during one of the most challenging periods in American history. Let's explore the key ideas and narratives so you'll feel like you've read it cover to cover. Team of Rivals is not just a biography of Abraham Lincoln. It's also a deep dive into the lives of the men who would become his closest advisors, his cabinet members, most of whom were his political rivals. The book opens with the 1860 Republican National Convention, where Lincoln, despite being a relatively unknown figure, secured the party's nomination for president. What's fascinating is that Lincoln's main competitors for the nomination, William H. Seward, Salmon P, Chase, and Edward Bates, were far more prominent and experienced politicians at the time. Yet Lincoln's ability to gauge public sentiment and his willingness to embrace a broad coalition of ideas set him apart. Lincoln's decision to bring these rivals into his cabinet was both bold and unprecedented. Seward became Secretary of State, Chase was appointed Secretary of the Treasury, and Bates served as Attorney General. Each of these men had their own ambitions and egos, and they initially viewed Lincoln with skepticism. However, Lincoln's genius lay in his ability to manage these strong personalities, turning what could have been a recipe for disaster into a powerhouse team that helped guide the nation through the Civil War. Goodwin illustrates how Lincoln's empathy, humility, and political savvy allowed him to win over his rivals. He did not seek to dominate or humiliate them, but instead listened to their advice, respected their opinions, and gave them the space to shine in their respective roles. For example, Seward, who initially assumed he would be the dominant force in the administration, quickly realized that Lincoln was not just a figurehead, but a leader of profound depth and wisdom. Over time, Seward became one of Lincoln's most loyal and trusted allies. The book also delves into Lincoln's relationship with Salmon Chase, who was ambitious and harbored his own presidential aspirations. Despite their differences, Lincoln recognized Chase's financial expertise and kept him on as Treasury Secretary, even when Chase's political maneuvering threatened to undermine their relationship. Lincoln's ability to rise above personal grievances and prioritize the nation's needs is a testament to his extraordinary character and leadership. One of the central themes of Team of Rivals is Lincoln's unwavering commitment to his principles, particularly his belief in the abolition of slavery. Goodwin details how Lincoln navigated the complex political landscape of his time, balancing the demands of different factions while steadily moving the nation toward emancipation. The issuance of the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 was a defining moment in Lincoln's presidency, and it solidified his legacy as the leader who preserved the Union and expanded the promise of freedom. Goodwin also paints a vivid picture of Lincoln's personal life, highlighting his deep bond with his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, and the tragic losses he endured, including the death of 2 of his sons. These personal struggles humanize Lincoln, showing that his greatness was not just a product of his intellect, but also of his resilience and compassion in the face of adversity. The book further explores Lincoln's approach to leadership during the Civil War. His ability to inspire and motivate both the military and the public was crucial to the Union's eventual victory. Goodwin provides insights into Lincoln's relationships with key military figures, such as General Ulysses S. Grant, whose partnership with Lincoln was instrumental in turning the tide of the war. Lincoln's patience and strategic vision, coupled with his deep understanding of human nature, allowed him to navigate the complexities of wartime leadership with remarkable skill. One of the most compelling aspects of Team of Rivals is its exploration of how Lincoln's leadership style differed from those of his contemporaries. While many leaders sought to consolidate power and eliminate opposition, Lincoln's inclusivity and willingness to engage with differing viewpoints made his administration stronger. He understood that the strength of a nation, especially one as divided as the United States during the Civil War, lay in its ability to bring together people with different ideas and perspectives. In the end, Lincoln's ability to unite his cabinet, lead the nation through its darkest hour, and lay the groundwork for a more just and equitable society earned him a place as one of America's greatest presidents. Goodwin's Team of Rivals not only provides a detailed account of Lincoln's life and presidency, but also offers timeless lessons on leadership, empathy, and the power of collaboration. In summary, Team of Rivals, The Political Genius of Abraham Lincoln by Doris Kearns Goodwin is a masterful exploration of Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War. Through his ability to manage a cabinet of rivals, Lincoln demonstrated that true leadership is about inclusion, empathy, and the courage to stay true to one's principles, even in the face of immense challenges. This book is a must-read for anyone interested in history, leadership, or the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Thank you for tuning in to Book Summary 5, the 5-minute summary channel. If you enjoyed this summary, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Until next time, happy reading.